Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn with PR. In this video, we will learn insertion at a specific position, insertion at beginning and insertion at end in a doubly circular linked list using C++. So I have covered already the introduction and how we can create and how we can traverse backward as well as forward in the previous video. Please check that video so that you will have a clear concept of doubly circular linked list. All right. So now let's understand how to insert a new node at a specific location at beginning and at end. All right. So what insertion basically? We want to insert a new node. Okay. And if you're saying insertion at beginning, that means we are saying that we have to add a new element at a first location. So that's a beginning. So there is a two things only. The thing is, if the list is empty, then you have to make that new node as a first node and last node only. Okay. And if the list is already having nodes, then we have to find the last node, because for last node is connected back to the first node. So we have to till we have to find the last node. So we have to traverse till the last node, right? And then update the last node next. Okay, head node and the new node. So we move the head pointer to the new node. So this is how we can insert at beginning. All right. So when we want to insert a at beginning, that we just need to take care of two things. That two things should be what that how we can do, like how we can change the last node next and head, right? And the head of previous as well, and a new node next and previous. So let's check out how we can write a simple program in C++. All right. Here I have made a program that's where we have a node, okay, one class as node, okay, and one class as doubly circular linked list. All right, where we have given head as null. Okay, we have created already this. We have already completed in my previous video. Please check that video. I will share a link here. All right. Now, how we can display that display, a simple display we are writing and then calling it. We are creating an object first, three objects we have created, and then we are displaying it. So three times we are calling create function. So this is how your linked list right now. Okay. That means in a linked list you have 10, 20, 30, and then back to head. The first node may it will go. Okay. So now let's check out how we can insert a new node at a beginning. All right. So first I am creating a function name I am creating, a simple function I am creating, insert at beginning. All right. So here I'm writing a code. So I'm writing void insert begin. All right. It's a function. So we will simply write a value here. So we will pass a value, a simple value pass, right? And then first we have to create a memory allocation to our new node. Okay. So now I'm creating a new node, the help of new keyword. All right. Creating node. Here I'm giving value. All right. Done. Now we have to check head is null or not. But as you know, we have already 10, 20, 30 value inside linked list. So that part will not work. But if you are not creating any node and assign the value, a new value you are assigning, means new node you are assigning, that time it will just give that value to the head. Okay. So head now will get the value of new node. All right, whatever the new node you have created, the name you have to write only. Okay. And in a new node of previous will again get the value of head. Okay. And again the new node of next will get the value of head. So I'm now writing here next. All right, this is how we can do it. This is simple one if the head is null. But if the head is not null, then else part. What will be the else part? That else part will say we have to track the last node first. So a node, create a node which will have last. Okay, it will track the last node. How it will track the last node means how it will say the last node, as we have given in the head of previous may the last node address. Okay, simply write here head of previous. Okay, so we don't need to go, you know, if we have already stored the address of the last node in the first node as in a previous, then why to traverse, right? So this is how we can do it. So now we are saying last will get the value of assign, simple assign head of previous value. All right, this is done. Now the new node, whatever the new node of next. Now new node of next will get the value of first address, that is head. Okay, you are writing in a head. Okay, and what about your new node of previous? So new node of previous will get the value of last node address. So last node address you have stored already in the last. So simple write here last. All right, this we have done for the new node. New node ka part we have now closed. All right, now we have to change last node next. Okay, so last node ke next में we need to assign a new node which we have created recently. Done. And in head of previous as well, head of previous as well, it will get the value of, it will get the value of new node, head of previous, right? Done. So once you have done all assignment, right? Then at the end we have to change head. Head will now get the value of new node. Simple as that. All right. So here we are writing a last. Last will get the value of head of previous, right? And new node ke next में we have to assign the head value, whatever the recent head value you have. All right. New node of previous will get the value of last as we have to connect it back. Okay, and the last node of next will get the value of new node, right? And head of previous will get the value of new node. Now change your head as new node. All right, now call this function. So obj dot insert insert begin, right? Provide here I am writing 80. Okay, now object dot display it. So when you will display it, run it, you will see a new node added here. So earlier you have 10, 20, 30 back to head. Now here 80 you have what insert at beginning. Okay, that 80 you have inserted already, means now new node you have added in your linked list at a first position, that's beginning, then rest will go in the next location. This is how you can do it. Now let's check out of this how we can insert at a beginning. All right, step by step explanation. Now let's check out how it is performing. All right, so the example, suppose head is null. Okay, so if the head is null, then the condition become true. Provide the value of head as new node. So whatever new node you have, that is 1,000 will go in the head. Next we have to do new node of previous will get the value of head. What is new node of previous? What is a new node of previous? This is a new node of previous. You can say head of previous as well. That I have written here head of next. That is also okay if you want to write it. Okay. And that is also okay, that new node of previous will get the value of head. Okay. Now new node of next will get the value of head. That is how you will say, okay, this is now connected. All right. Ignore this. Okay, now this is how you can connect it. You can write this thing instead of these two lines, that's on you. Okay, this makes no change, means it will not do any kind of change, it will simply provide the values. Okay, now next, if this condition is false, if the condition is false, then how we can do it? Suppose you have uh, suppose you have this. Okay, now I am writing here three nodes. These are the three nodes. We have added this 1,000, okay, in the last node as well. That is why it's back to connect with head. Okay, and this 3,000 is the last node address, so it's connecting now to the last node as well. All right, this is how we are doing it. Now I'm saying here that new node I want to connect. Suppose I want to connect a new node I want to connect a new node, this 8000. Okay, let me clean this first. Okay, so I'm saying I want to create a new, add a new node at a beginning. Then what we need to do? In a else means head is not null, so this part will not work. So else will say last will get the value of head of previous. So last में आपने क्या दे दिया? Head of previous. What is head of previous? That is 3000. That means last is pointing this location. Done? Okay. Now new node of next. What is new node of next? This is na new node of next, this one. New node तो यही है, इसका next ये है, right? You have to assign head value. What is head value? 1000. Write down here 1000. Okay, here is 1000. Done? 1000 is here. Okay, done. This is done. Now, new node of previous. What is new node of previous? This one. In the new node of previous, now you are assigning value as 3000. Last, key value. What is last? That is 3000. Assign here 3000. When you are assigning 3000, this 3000, that means it is saying I'm pointing this location. Done. This is also done now. Next I'm saying we have last of next, this line, last of next now will get the value of new node. What is new node? 8000. Last of next, where is last? Last is this. Last of next is what? This one. So that means we are saying 8000. So now this is also saying pointing this location. They both are now connecting each other. So now they are now not longer actually, as it is not connected 1000. Okay, this is not connected. Done. Okay. Now, head of previous. What is right now head? Head is this now. What is the previous value of head? This one. That means head is pointing this location, as you can see. Okay. Head of next is 2000. Head of previous is 3000. We need to change this 3000 here. We need to have a new node here. So what is a new node? 8000. This is also done. So here 8000. So now this will say I am pointing to this location. Okay. So once you have done all this thing, means once you have done that assigning the values one by one, okay, then we need to simply say it's now connected here. Okay, so this is your new linked list. So how it's now looking new linked list, as you will say the first node. So you will say here the first node, now head become 8000. This is how you're saying 8000. Okay, so if 8000 is here, that means this contain 3000 value, that is the last node. You can see last node address. Okay, and this 80,000 will be same, तो हम यहाँ पे 1000 store कर रहे हैं. Why? Because the first value we have written here. So this is how we can do it. This is how we can connect. Okay, so this is a simple one. This is how we can insert a new node at a specific location. All right, this is done. Now let's check out how we can do insertion at end. So in an insertion of end, we have to create a new node first, and then we have to find the last node, means head of previous we have to give, है ना? And then update the link as last node ka link, new node ke links, and head ka link we have to change. Now let's write a simple program how we can do that thing in a C++. I'm writing a program here. Okay, I'm first copying it, as we need to simple change few things. Okay, so copy here. Okay, so I'm now writing insert end. All right, we have to give value. All right, we have to create a new node. That's okay. Now we have to say if head is equal to null, and head will get the value of new node. That's okay. Previous will get the value of head, and next will get the value of head. Done. Now we are creating a last node. That is also same thing. Okay, so in a new node of next. Okay, so I'm now removing this one first. We have to change in the last and the first node. Okay, last node and first node we have to change. Now I'm writing last. I have given only last will get the value of head of previous. Okay, now I'm writing last of next we need to change, right? So last of next will get the value of new node, as we need to connect it, right? Done. and new node of previous. New node के previous में we have to give value as last. Done. New node of previous will get the value of last. Now new node, अब हमें new node के next में भी change करना है. Next will be what? Whatever head contain, right? That's now back to head. It will now back connected to the head. Okay. Now we have to also change the head of previous. Now it will get the value of new node. Okay. This we need to change only. Rest will be same. Okay. Now let's run this code. Obj dot insert at end, provide a value as, I'm assigning value as 800. Okay. Now obj dot display. Done. Now run this code. So when you will run this code, you will see 800 is now add at the end. So this is how your final linked list. Okay, this is how you can add at the back, add a new node at end. Okay, now we'll check out the step-by-step explanation of it. So I believe that this part you already know. Okay, if the head is null, then we have to allocate that node will be the last and the end node. Okay, so this is now right now false. Why? As null, we don't have head as null. Okay, now suppose we have node. Okay, so we have these three nodes and we need to connect this 80 at end. All right, now we have to make last as head of previous. What is last? So head of previous we have to make. What is head of previous? That is 3000. So that means last is this one. So what we need to change? We need to change this now. This one need to be 8000. So it will connect this one, right? So we are writing last of next. So what is last of next? This one. Need to change as new node. So what is new node? This new node. So the address of new node 8000. So 8000 will store here. Okay. Now next line, new node of previous. What is new node of previous? New node of previous, this one need to be changed as 3000, right? So that 3000 we have stored where? In the last. This last is now pointing to the this location last node, na? That is 3000. So write down a new node of previous will get the value of last. What is last? 3000. So provide here 3000. So now it is now pointing back to this, and this is also pointing this one. 8000 is stored here. This is how we are doing. This is how we are doing 3000. All right. Once you have done, then we have to make a new node of next. That should be what? Whatever the first node address. That first node address you have stored in the head. That's why I'm writing a new node of next will get the value of head. What is head? Head is 1000. So write down here 1000 value. Done. Now this is also over. Now head of previous. What is head of previous? Head of previous, this one need to be changed as whatever the last node address we have. What is the last node? This need to be last node. Now this is a new node we are adding in the last. So 8000 need to be stored. So that's why I'm writing new node 8000. So now head of previous will also get new node value. So this is how your linked list is now adding a new node at end. Okay. Now let's check out how you will see your linked list finally. So this is your final linked list. This is your final linked list. What is this basically? Here you said last is 3000. Okay, this is a 3000, right? Last of next will get the value of 8000. So this is a 8000 here. Done. Okay. Now new node of previous will get the value of 3000. New node. This is a new node now. The previous value is this 3000. Done. Okay. Now new node of next will get the value of 1000. Here you are writing 1000. This is a new node of next. Okay. This is now connecting back to the head. Now head of previous. What is head? Head is 1000. 1000 of previous, this 8. That should be new node. That is the 8000. So once you have done all this check, okay, Now you will see your final linked list like this. So you have added a new node also. All right. So this is a simple example. I hope you got it. If you have any query, please write in a chat box. So now let's talk about how we can insert at a specific position. If we want to insert in a specific position, that time we have to traverse to the desirable position. If you want to insert 2, means if you want to insert in the second location, okay, then you have to traverse till the first node. Done. And then we have to adjust the previous, next, and new node of previous and new node of next. Okay, now let's check out how we can write a simple program in that. Now let's write a simple function. I'm writing here void insert specific position, location, whatever. Okay. Okay, now next we have to give first value and then we have to give where you want to insert POS. I'm writing position. All right. Now again we have to create a first new node. Okay, we have to give value, we have to give memory allocation. All right, done. See how we are writing it? Here I'm writing node temp will get the value of head. So with the help of temp only we can traverse. We know the iteration, how many iteration we have to perform. Suppose POS you want to give 3, third position may I want to. So third 3 times we need to do. Okay. But we have to go not 3 times, we have to do only 2 times as we have to insert in the previous node. We have to change the address of next in the previous node. All right. So I will write here for loop int I equals to 1. Okay, I will go till POS minus 1. Done, and I will increase 1 by 1. Okay, all right, this is done. Now we have to change temp as temp of next. Done. You will get temp, you will go if you want to insert at a third location. Okay, so it will stop in a second location. Done. Now node, I'm creating one more node. Pointer I'm creating, next node pointer I'm creating. In that I am placing temp of next. Okay, means whatever that next node will go third position mein, and this temp will go in the second position mein. Okay, second node mein you can say. This is done. Now we have to make a few changes. That change we have to do in a temp of next. So temp of next will get the value of new node now, right? So new node, done. So temp of next may we have to provide the value of new node. So whatever new node you are inserting, the address it will store in the temp of next as we need to direct it, है ना? Now in the temp of next, one, okay, so we have done temp of next, done. Now remove this. So in a temp of next may we have already assigned the new node value. So now new node of previous may we have to give which value? We have to give whatever the temp value we have, है ना? Temp value. Second node का address we have to stored in the new node previous में, right? This is done. Now new node. So new node के next में we have to assign the next node address. Okay, and in the next node of previous we need to assign value as new node. Okay, so what we are doing, we are changing the temp of next value as a new node. That is okay. New node के previous में we have to assign the second node address, that is temp. Okay, and in the new node के next में we have to assign the next node that earlier was a third location, है ना? जो हमारी पहली थर्ड लोकेशन थी अब तो वो फोर्थ बन जाएगी क्योंकि हमें थर्ड में प्रोवाइड करनी है न्यू वैल्यू. ठीक है, दैट एड्रेस. and in the next node previous may we have to provide the new node address. Okay, now let's check how it will work. So object dot insert specific, provide here value. I am writing 50, need to add, and in the third location suppose. Okay, and obj dot display. Done. Now run. Now run this code. So this is how you can run this code. Like you have now final is, you are saying third location you want to provide 50 value. So rest these 20, 30, 800 will go at it will go in the back. One, it will get the location. So 80, 10, 50, 20, 50, 30, 800 back to head. Right? This is how you can insert at a specific location. Now let's check out the step-by-step explanation of it. Suppose you are saying you have a this node, okay, these nodes you have, and you want to insert this node at a specific location. Position we are saying 3, okay. So we did what, temp will get the value of head. Head is what, 1000. So temp is now pointing this location, okay. Now I for loop, I is now 1. 1 is smaller than 3 minus 1, that is true, okay. That means temp will get the value of temp of next. What is temp of next? That is 2000. Now your temp is saying, temp is now pointing this location. Okay, this is a temp. Done. Temp is 2000 now. Now I will get the value of 2. 2 is smaller than 2. False. It will jump out. Now this statement will work. So once this statement will work, then you will say temp, you will say next node. So next node will get the value of temp of next. What is temp? Temp is this. This is not a temp, okay, now. So this is a temp. Temp is 2000. 2000 ke next mein what is 3000. Okay. So in the next node, that is 3000. Okay. So now your next node, I am writing here nx. Okay. Next node. So next node is pointing 3000 address. This is done. This is a temp here. Done. Okay. Now temp of next will get the value of new node. What is temp of next? This is a temp. Temp of next will get the value of new node. What is the new node? That is 8000. So here now 8000. So this is pointing this location now. Okay. This is over. Done. Now next, new node of previous. What is new node of previous? This is a new node of previous. This one. Okay. Will get the value of temp. What is temp? Temp is 2000. So write down here 2000. So that means this is pointing this location. Okay, done. This is already done now. Now new node of next. What is new node of next? This one is will get the value of next node. What is next node? Next node is this nx 3000. So here you have to store 3000 value. So this is a 3000 value you are storing. Done. Now next node of previous. What is next node? This is a next node. Na? Iska previous will get the value of new node address. So what is new node? 8000. So here you will say 8000. Okay, so you just need to change this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, and then you will see the new node added. All right. so this is how you will say. Okay, so here I'm writing okay, this is a head, will not change this, will not change this. Okay, so we have changed what we have changed one thing, that is temp of next 8000. So temp of next, this is a temp now, and this is a nx, sorry, wait, which one is a temp? Temp is this, and nx is this 3000 was the nx. Okay, and this is a new node, this was the new nw, new node. Okay, so temp of next may we were assigning 8000, this is 8000 we are assigning temp of next. Okay, done. Now new node ke previous mein, what is a new node here? New node ke previous mein we have to give the temp value. Temp is 2000. 2000 we are storing 2000 here now. Okay. Now new node ke next mein, what is new node of next? This one. So new node of next will get the value of 3000. That is the next node address. That is next node. 3000 is here now. Okay. You are now saying connected. Now the last is next node of previous. What is the next node of previous? That is this one. Na? 8,000 you have to store. This is we are storing. That is how you can connect. You know, that is how you can connect a new node with the existing two nodes. Okay. So this is how you can insert a node in a doubly circular linked list. Okay. And I have already told you the explanation and as well as your C++ programming. Okay. So if this explanation help you to understand the concept, right? So do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any kind of doubt, you can write a chat. You can write a comment on comment section as well. Okay. If you have any query, I will surely reply. Okay. And also check out the all videos uh, from my playlist. Okay. Where we have already covered all the link list, right? We have done singly, doubly, we have a doubly singly linked list as well, and we are now doing doubly circular linked list. So if you have any kind of doubt, please write it. Okay, so we have already covered all the concept step by step. Okay, in the next video we will see how we can delete at beginning, at end, and at a specific position. All right, so till then you can watch all the videos so that you will have a clear concept that how linked list working. Okay, so thank you for watching. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you so much.